Paul, one of the ideas we've talked about and worked on at Truck Sale is using Truck Sale's aerodynamic devices as a platform for third-party out-of-home advertising. So basically, it's a mobile media platform for third-party advertisers. Do you have some comments you'd like to make about that?
Sure. So the idea of mobile advertising on vehicles is well established, and there's good data that shows it's extremely cost effective. You get millions of impressions at a very low cost, and people act upon it. High rate of engagement and further action taken. So we thought that we could take that well-proven concept and take it up a notch in certain ways. Firstly, the devices are in prime locations for a passing driver or even an opposite way driver to see. So it's it's at the level of the driver's eye, the skirt is, for example, even the boat tail for that matter. It's very in the driver's view of vision, field of vision. So it can't be missed, it can't be muted, it can't be blocked. It's right there, and it's unavoidable, but it's not obnoxious. It's just part of a working device. And that's another aspect that's kind of important, is that these ads would be attached to a purposeful piece of equipment that is energy saving and public safety enhancing devices. So it's sort of like the idea that in the virtual world, ads pay for technology. So in the physical world, in this case, the ad would be sponsoring energy conservation and public safety. So the public safety aspect, that is our safety lighting, which would be done in a manner which is entirely for the purpose only of enhancing conspicuity and preventing interactions with the trailer. So that lighting effect could be any kind of number of ways one could do this in a sort of let's say optimum way for the safety purpose. It could be just amber strips along the ribs. One can do a degree of white backlight, but it's not necessarily necessary. You don't need it to see the whole surface. Like even the strips alone would give a certain glow that would make an ad very apparent, even if that was all you had. So, it's sort of a open canvas in that respect. But it's entirely with the safety purpose as the primary function. The ad is then benefiting from that. It could be placed essentially, there's large surface areas to work with here, and it's interchangeable. There's lots of ways in doing that. It's a bit of a stretch at the moment, perhaps, but you could even do backlit projected visuals. Anyways, that's the other big strength we have, essentially, is that we are not taking the driver's eye off the road. We are not distracting. We are just kind of hitching on to a safety conspicuity light. So it's really a win-win kind of it's a merging of interests in a way. What interests are involved here? Well, there is certainly stress on the economy by the cost of energy and the cost of shipping, and pretty much everything is essentially shipped by a truck at some point. So if there could be sort of a synergy between the interest of corporate promotion, brand promotion, and the cost of delivering those brands and everything else, whereby then the cost of shipping could be very subsidized by high value, low cost advertising. We're sort of like maybe turning these trucks into NASCARs in a way. it could be quite acceptable to sort of, you're sort of sponsoring, you're helping the, the economy in a sense, and the fleets that kind of are the backbone of the economy, and you're getting some very cheap, effective advertising out of it at the same time. So it's sort of a synergy, it's emerging, it's there's no downside in particular. It's all just about energy, safety, and revenues beyond just the fuel, which is substantial. You then get kind of a gravy on top in terms of financial incentive. What else can I say about this? The real clincher in my view is that you have sort of an ad that is isolated in light after dark. It's in the daytime too, but the daytime effect is quite inferior to it being the only light and a very discrete light, but the only thing that, there's nothing competing with it. Unlike, on a freeway where you have a clutter of digital billboards, this is just right in your field of vision, and it's the only thing there. So its impact is massive, and it costs basically nothing additional, hardly. I mean, it's, you're already sort of, the device is there for other reasons, and now you're just capitalizing on what is a natural fit from a revenue generating standpoint.